Hi everyone, my name is Amber Sad. Today I'm going to be starting up with a quote from King James I. Smoking is hateful to the nose, harmful to the brain, and dangerous to the lungs. Do you smoke? Have you ever smoked? Or do you know somebody that smokes? Smoking is not only harmful to the smoker, but also everybody around the smoke as well, which is why public smoking should be banned. I remember when I was very little, every time we would go out to eat at the restaurant, the waitress would always ask, smoking or non-smoking? My grandma, she was a big smoker, so we would always sit in the smoking section. I remember I never wanted to eat my food because all I could smell was smoke. Did my grandma enjoy it? Yes. Did anybody else? I doubt it. I was so happy when they banned smoking from restaurants. Studies have been done that prove when smoking is banned in workplaces and restaurants that the overall health of the public and the workers is improved. A study in 2009 showed a decrease in heart disease where smoking laws were in effect. A study in 2010 proved that there were less hospital admissions for cardiac events where smoking was prohibited. A study in 2012 found that there were lower rates of death and people being admitted to the hospital for respiratory disease, coronary events, cerebrovascular accidents, and heart disease. Michigan residents are protected from secondhand smoke thanks to the Public Act 188 of 2009. This is Michigan's smoke-free air law. This should be a law everywhere. In the past 58 years, 2,500,000 people have died from health problems that were caused by secondhand smoke. I'm going to show you guys this picture. This is a picture, 3 different images of a pair of lungs. This is showing you someone that is exposed to a low exposure to smoke, to secondhand smoke. The yellow would indicate abnormal, and the red is normal. So as you can see, even from low exposure, that you are still being affected because there is some yellow in here. This is high exposure, which there's a lot of yellow, just for being around secondhand smoke. And this is a smoker's lung. So as you guys can see, being around smoke is a problem, not just smoking. The statistics I'm about to share with you are from non-smokers, just being around the secondhand smoke. 34,000 people have died from heart disease due to secondhand smoke in the United States in the years 2005 to 2009. 7,300 people died due to lung cancer in the United States in those 4 years as well. Adults are also at a high risk for having a stroke for being around secondhand smoke. Children who are around secondhand smoke typically have more ear infections, severe frequent asthma, a higher risk for SIDS, which is sudden infant death syndrome, and more respiratory disease and respiratory infections. For a while, there has been talk about a law to ban smoking in vehicles with children. The smoke exposure inside a vehicle is hazardous to anyone's health, but it is extremely hazardous to children's. When you are in a car and you are around the secondhand smoke, you are breathing in very toxic air at higher levels than the EPA even considers hazardous, even with the windows down. Researchers have also found a large increase in carbon monoxide when smoking in a vehicle. Carbon monoxide is a poisonous gas that can cause lethargy and loss of alertness, even in small quantities. Although health is one of the biggest concerns of smoking, there are also other concerns as well. Cigarettes and other lighted tobacco is the #1 cause of fire deaths in the United States. When improperly discarded, cigarette butts can cause fires, especially in places where fires are common. And most of the time, cigarette butts are improperly discarded. People finish smoking and they just flick them anywhere. They do not discard them properly at all. Cigarettes are also a litter problem. The park, the zoo, beaches, any outdoor public activity, especially where children could be, there should not be any smoking allowed. Your child can go up and they can pick up the cigarette butt, or they can burn themselves, they can ingest it. Any other harmful thing that could possibly happen to the children should be avoided, and we can do that. Communities can ban something simply for being a nuisance, which many people find cigarette smoking to be, especially when secondhand smoke is easily avoidable. To conclude, smoking is dangerous to the world. It's bad for your health. It's just a terrible thing to be around, and we can change that. It needs to be banned everywhere. As I stated, it's so bad for a smoker, and it's bad for anybody smoking as well. This could potentially even stop smokers from smoking. Putting a public ban on cigarette smoking, any smoking, is what we need. It could cause the smoker to smoke less because they would be limited on where they could smoke. They would have to wait until they were no longer in public anymore. And it could even save them too. So this is good for everybody involved. As I stated, smoking is bad for your health. It's a nuisance. It's a fire problem. It's a litter problem. So I strongly encourage you that if you took anything I said and you found it true, that you should help make a public smoking ban stronger all around the world. I hope you guys enjoyed this speech and you found some useful information. Thank you.